All right, I'm working on the old Cheyenne. This is kind of my first video, really, of actually doing anything on it. All I'm doing right now is laying on my creeper because I'm tired. No, I'm just kidding. I'm going underneath here to loosen up some U-bolts that's actually holding on the bed. There's only 4 of them. I got one off already, but we're gonna go ahead and try to take this one off. They're really rusty. Get this one off. I'm wearing safety glasses because there's so much crud up here. There's another. Get this off. Now, that guy should come up here just like so. Them things seem awfully small to be holding on that bed, but what do I know? All right, try this grinder. All right. Okay, I got all of the U-bolts off of this flatbed and the wiring's disconnected. So I should be able to just lift that straight up. And to make this easier and less dangerous, I'm actually gonna push the truck outside and do this in the driveway. And then I just need to have a staging point for the flatbed until I'm ready to tackle that. But this will at least expose most of the frame in the back, be a lot easier to work on. And then after that, we're gonna try to take off the cab. So here we go. But look at this flatbed sat on wood, which I think is just nuts. But when we redo this, I'm gonna put steel up here. I already got the steel stock laying in the barn, but yeah, so this is crazy how much smaller everything looks when you start taking things apart. That wasn't too bad. There's a lot of really crazy looking wiring in here. I mean, it looks like somebody used some sort of Romex, which is nuts. But yeah, this ain't looking too bad. All right, this time we're gonna use the Can-Am because I got a little bit better control instead of pushing it in with the tractor. So let's just pull it on in. So I pulled off the front grill, and that was so I could get to the bolts that were right here that mount the cab on. Check this bolt out. Look at that thing. I think it's safe to say I'm gonna need some new bolts there. And then you got all that rust that came down with it. I already got this side out too. Let's see here if I can pull this bolt out. That one's stuck pretty good. I'll have to hammer it up down from the bottom. But that side was pretty rusty. I don't think this side's gonna be as bad. I think to keep track of all the screws, I'm gonna get little styrofoam bowls and label them because I got all kinds of little screws here already for the grill. So before I go any further, that's what I'm gonna do so I don't get things all screwed up. All right, we're underneath the truck here. This is the last cab bolt that I need. After this, I need to start taking apart the steering shaft and some miscellaneous stuff that's connected to the inside of the cab. So this one's pretty dilapidated. All that rubber is completely gone. Let's see if we can get the impact on there. This one's threaded right up into the cab, so there's no bolt or anything on the top. All right, here's the steering shaft. I'm going to try to disconnect it up here. I think it should pull apart from up here. I'm not 100% sure. Oh, that bolt looks fairly good. Oh, it's coming. All right. Okay, we're going to stop there for tonight. Got the bed off, got the 4 cab bolts off, got the steering shaft off. Got a little bit more things to do before we can pull the cab completely off. The bed is over there. Kids are playing. I think we're gonna head back to the house. Kids wanted to watch a movie tonight, so we're gonna go over there and have a little movie night, eat some popcorn and stuff. But got a lot of work ahead of me, but I am excited for this project. I think this is gonna be pretty cool when we're finished. All right, I got Elias out here, he's helping me. This little kid fits in some tight spots, so it's very helpful. So yeah, we're gonna keep tearing apart this engine. Basically all we're trying to do is get the cab off. So we're disconnecting all the wiring and stuff like that. So thank you, Elias, for your help. And the other boys are just running around having fun. All right, we're out here at the shop today. Today's the day that we're gonna be pulling the cab off of the truck. So I got Dad here with me, and he's gonna be helping me out. So as I pull this off, he's gonna make sure none of the cables are binding and also making sure that we didn't forget anything. So we got the harness off. Me and the boys did that last night. And then there was a few extra cables down below off the transmission that we got out of there. We also got the shifter off of the transmission. Probably could have stayed, but we went ahead and took that off just to make it easier. Got the brake cable off. So we're gonna set up a time lapse and hopefully this goes smooth, but we'll see. Okay, we got the cab off the truck, as you can see. That was a little bit crazy. I think next time I'll probably go ahead and take the hood off, and I'll probably go ahead and chain up the front. That way we can pull it off somewhat level. But the front end dropped quite a bit more than I was expecting. But we got it in here safely, and we got it on some jack stands here. So I'll be able to work on that if I need to. And now we're gonna go ahead and try to pull this bumper off. We were having trouble with the bolts the other day. So we're gonna get that off there, and things are looking pretty good. Okay, I think we're ready to pull the motor. Dad's got this unhooked. We're hoping once we pull the motor with the transmission, that'll just pop right out. Everything else should be unhooked here. So things are coming right along. Go ahead and yank this baby. Okay, my dad left here, and we got a lot more done than I thought. So me and my dad, we've never really pulled apart an entire vehicle before. He's done a lot more work on vehicles than I have, but we've never pulled the cab off. We've never really yanked a motor before, and we did all that today, and it wasn't too bad. So the motor was already halfway disconnected, so that wasn't bad at all. And then the cab, we had to disconnect that completely, which wasn't too bad. We ended up leaving, let's see, what do we have left? I think it was the brake lines attaching to the front of the frame. I actually seen it, but I forgot to unhook it. So fortunately, those all needed to be replaced anyway. But we ended up cutting those, getting those taken care of. But got the cab here behind me. There's the 350 small block with the transmission. And then here we have the entire frame back here. And we got the old muffler system out. We're gonna be doing away with that. Here's the fuel tank. Not sure if I'll reuse it yet. Some lights, some wiring harnesses that I'm gonna keep. So yeah, everything's doing pretty good right now and pretty excited, but I really need to get some sandblasting stuff and see if I can get this thing sandblasted. It's very expensive to get your stuff sandblasted by somebody else, so I'd rather just buy the equipment, do it myself, since I do this kind of crap all the time. So all right, I'm pretty excited about this.